Doug, thank you for sitting down with me here at Manitoba Seed Growers in Winnipeg. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Mark?
Good, good. I wanted to talk with you about new CSGA membership classes. Well, actually, they're not new. They were in place years ago, then they were not in place. Now you're bringing them back. Can you talk a little bit about these two new membership classes and some of the big details?
2 weeks ago in Calgary, our membership voted unanimously to reintroduce an affiliate and associate membership class back to our organization. It's really about living that open and inclusive seed certification system that we've been talking about for the last number of years. As CSJ aspires to be the main administrator of Canada's seed system, it's really important that all regulated parties had a pathway to CSJ membership. So when we look at these, again, like what you said, this is reintroducing. What's new is old, or whatever that saying is. But this is an opportunity for us to revisit a past bylaw decision going back to 2013, whenever changes to the Canada Not-for-Profit Act came into effect. At that time we got rid of them, but now the landscape that we operate in, the environment has changed. There was a need to be able to have this discussion again. So this really creates a pathway for any regulated party to be able to join. So we're talking about seed companies, seed analysts, crop inspectors. The list goes on and on. It's really all the people that come together to really create that value of certified seed. Right now we're at the Manitoba Seed Growers meeting. When you look around that room, it's not just the seed growers in that room. It's the whole kind of seed value chain coming together. And that's really what we want to embody with the next generation of CSGA. We also created another membership class called the Associate Membership Class, which is really geared towards industry associations or organizations that don't fall into the affiliate membership class. Throughout seed regulatory modernization, we've had a lot of great conversations with producer and commodity groups across the country about the value of certified seed, how the system works. And so this provides a pathway for us to keep them engaged in our seed system moving forward. So I think there's a lot of value in that. Again, really pleased to see unanimous support at our meeting. And these are changes that are going to start to be rolling out in the new year.
Are there any misconceptions about the new membership classes out there that you want to kind of clear up?
Yeah, I think whenever we look at something new that has a lot of detail with it, a lot of these changes are driven by bylaws, and people don't live their day-to-day lives through bylaws. And so one thing that I think is important to clear up on this one is regards to the affiliate membership class and board seats. So through the bylaws that were approved by the membership, we've created a pathway for affiliate members to join the CSJ board. So for the first 100 affiliate members that CSJ has in the future, it will unlock one board seat. And if they surpass 100, it will unlock another board seat, so up to 2. This is really important for us as we look about, creating value for these new membership classes. It was really important that we saw this board seat here. One other point of clarification is that with this new membership class, it's only the affiliates that would be voting on these board seats. So regular members would not be voting on affiliate board seats, and affiliates would not be voting on regular board seats. Maybe that has muddied the water even further. But I think, it's really an opportunity for us to ensure that we have these new membership classes and people understand them. So our office will be going through a series of communications over the next number of months as we kind of unpack how these work. But one thing that I need to be crystal clear with the viewers here today is that this does not dilute the existing rights and privileges of the regular members. It does not impact our certification model. It's still based on that trusted grower model. So all those key value props are still there. This is all about how we can find a way to be able to increase the people around the seat around the table at CSGA.
So what now? How do people take part? If somebody wants to become a member of CSGA, what do they do?
Yeah. So this new process will be rolled out in the middle of February. But we want to be able to make sure we are able to capture that momentum that we have coming out of the membership vote. So we've created this pre-registration form where prospective members can be able to sign up, and they'll be able to get the membership package in their mailbox as soon as it's ready to go. So right now we're targeting February 17th, just to allow our staff to be able to implement the systems that are required to be able to onboard them.
So Doug, curious about fees. How much does it cost to join CSGA? How does that work? Are there different like cost levels for membership, or is it just like one fee?
Yeah. So in keeping with the spirit of being open and inclusive, the CSGA board had a lot of discussions about what a fee model should look like for these new membership classes. And really pleased to announce, Mark, that the CSGA board has announced a unified membership fee across the board. So $240 for regular members, for affiliate members, and also associate members. We really wanted to find a way to bring people to the table. For us, this wasn't about revenue generation. It was all about being that open and inclusive seed certification system that we've been talking about and we've been trying to build. So for folks, we really wanted to also remove the financial barrier. $240 is still $240, but for certain organizations, that would have liked to be a member, if it was priced a little higher, that might have kept them from joining, especially when I look at the individuals like the inspectors and the seed analysts, really valuable group that we wanted to make sure that there wasn't that financial barrier that was holding them back from participating in our organization.
Election in Ottawa, there's a lot of talk. Hey, when might we go into election? Could be any time between now and next October. And I know you're talking a little bit during the meeting today about some potential effects that could have. Could you kind of go over that a little for people wondering, hey, what could happen with the whole SRM thing, seed regulatory modernization, if we go to an election?
Yeah. So whenever the election happens, and election will happen, it's really about understanding what that does to the existing seed regulatory modernization process. We're in a position in the process right now where CFI has released their second What We Heard report, which has been great. But right now we're kind of in this holding pattern where we're waiting for the CFI to be able to release their policy positions. And if an election is called, or if the government fails a non-confidence vote, there will be the Caretaker Act will come to effect, and government will not be able to consult on anything new. So that means a 6-month pause on SRM, more than likely. And then once the new government kind of gets up, if there is a new government, I'm sure they'll have a lot of priorities. So in the back end, that may also push back seed regulatory modernization. But we're hopeful that the CFI can get the policy positions out. So as a sector, we can kind of take our time through that 6-month pause, be able to dissect them, see the unintended consequences that may exist, and really try to build awareness around some of those key issues. For us, we're really excited. Hopefully we see some continued support for CSGA becoming the main administrator, expanding seed cert to provide the digital single window, and hopefully also an advisory committee as well. So we're hopeful that those will all be key components of the CFI's policy direction. But also important to note that a lot of the things that we've been talking about don't necessarily require regulatory change. These are policy changes. And so this is something that's an active conversation with us and the CFIA, and also elected the representatives as well, about what can be done in the here and now.
Before I let you go, CSGA has a new mission statement. You were talking a little bit about that earlier. What's the significance of that?
Yeah. So as we just celebrate 120 years, it was a good opportunity for us to be able to take a step back and just really look at that mission and vision statement. And whenever we looked at what we had on paper, it has served us well, but it wasn't as inspirational as it could be. It wasn't rah rah rah, and there was some edges of it that could have been open for interpretation. So this is a good opportunity for the board to again come together and have give really clear direction about CSGA's core mandates, to deliver that national seed crop certification program, to be able to set standards, but doing so in an open and inclusive manner that, make sure that Canada is a trusted partner in seed. And so there's a lot of really powerful words in there. And so for me as an executive director of this group, it's really great to have, clear direction on where we're going. It's also pretty motivating. So I'd encourage folks to give it a read. It's definitely worth some time.
Thank you so much for
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.